Hello friends. So today I'd like to discuss about a very important topic which is mostly applicable for the freshers or those who are studying in pre-final year or final year. Most of the cases where you have to face an interview, you need to submit your curriculum vitae. So this curriculum vitae is very important to showcase your educational qualification, professional qualification, and personal details. We often forget that curriculum vitae it is basically applicable for a freshers candidate, and if you are preparing your resume, that is basically applicable for the experienced candidates. So let's discuss about the importance of this curriculum vitae and how we can prepare your own curriculum vitae in a proper format. This format is not the ultimate one, but yes, if you follow this format, you'll be benefited. The first thing is for any job, the interviewer is looking for a perfect candidate for their company. And for each and every job, there is a specific job description. Now you need to understand this concept that your CV should be suitable for that position. Most of the cases we make this mistake. That means we prepare just one format or a same CV we use for all the jobs which is being offered during campus interview or after getting the degree, the UG or PG degree, we are sending the same curriculum vitae for all positions. So where you need to be very careful because depending on the job description, you need to prepare your own CV. So let's discuss the basic format of this curriculum vitae. Then we'll discuss in other videos that how we can prepare specific CV for specific job application. So let's start first. First of all, as you are preparing a CV, you need to understand that you must mention it at the top of your CV. You must write it down that it is a curriculum vitae. It's not in resume. So you must mention it. So this is very important. There is not always it is required that you must mention CV in bracket, but at least you must mention it. Second thing is that you have to showcase yourself. CV is something through which you are showcasing yourself to a person who is totally unknown to you. So that means you have to mention your name in a bold letter and in a bigger font. So this is very important. And you must mention more than one mobile number in your CV. And this two mobile number is very much important. Why? Because of the network issue or due to any reason. If you fail to maintain your one number, then definitely the interviewer will call you in the second number. But if you just mention a single number and due to any reason, if you fail to maintain that number and if you forgot to change that number and again you are using the same CV, so in that case it will be a great mistake from your side. So you must mention at least two phone number in your CV. Next is your email ID. In here I would like to say something because we generally create our email ID in a very casual manner. See, you have to mention an email ID in your CV. So you must create your email ID in such a way that will show your professional attitude. That means, suppose I have considered a random name, that is Robin D'Souza. So if Robin D'Souza is a BTech engineer, he must mention some hints, or he must show some level of professionalism in his official email ID, that is r.d'souza.btech@gmail.com. I'm not telling that this is the ultimate thing, but yes, you must follow this format. Next one is your career objective. So why it is so important? See, as you are applying for a job, and this job, if you are looking that job at academic sector, suppose, so you must design your curriculum, your career objective in such a way. Okay, so this is very important. Career objective, you must write down your career objective in that manner. If you are looking for a job in sales and marketing, you must write down your career objective in that way. If you are looking for a job in core production sector, or quality control sector, or quality assurance sector, or in IT sectors, or in accounting sectors, accordingly you must write your career objective. Okay, next is the educational qualification. See, as you are a fresher, so after career objective you must concentrate on your educational qualification, and here you must start your educational qualification from your highest degree. That means in this column, if you have completed your master's, so you must mention your master's over here. Then your undergraduate degree, and separately you can mention your 10+2 qualification and 10 qualification, so that the interviewer can understand your specialization part as well as your schooling, because schooling is very important. And in various cases, the interviewer, they are looking for a candidate with consistent good academic background. So this is very important, that if you have first class marks in your 10th, in 12th, in your graduation, in your post graduation, so you must mention that your first class get over there. So it will carry additional advantage for that. After that, maybe you have some additional academic qualification, which you must mention by creating a specific heading, that is other qualification. Suppose you have completed a diploma course, or you have completed another certificate course. You may have some online degree. Nowadays the online courses are very popular, so you must mention all those things in this part, that is other qualification. After that, separately you must mention your computer proficiency. Whatever jobs you are actually looking for in today's scenario, without knowing the basics of computer, your applicability will be very less. So separately you must mention your computer proficiency. It is not directly applicable for those candidates who already have completed their degrees in computer science or in information technology, because everybody knows that they are highly qualified in computers or computer related subject. But apart from that, if you are from other sectors, suppose you have completed civil engineering, you have completed mechanical engineering, you have completed pharmacy, you have completed some other courses, some BSc, some BA or BCom courses, so definitely you must mention your computer proficiency. In Indian context, certainly we have to undergo some training sessions in our UG and PG course. So separately you must mention it in your CV. It is very much required. And you will get weightage if you have some certificates from government organizations or from some reputed organization. If you have completed your training from some reputed organization, so you must mention it. In case of UG courses and PG courses, we all know that in final year, projects are there. So separately, you have to mention in a very concise manner about your project. Yes, you can write down the title of your project, but in a very concise manner. Sometimes you may have some work experience. Maybe as an intern, you have completed 6-month internship from certain organization. If you have that qualification, you must mention it over here as work experience. Okay. Next is languages known. Certainly, you have to mention your language proficiency level, that whether you are able to read, write, or speak in certain language. So this portion is very important for certain class of job. If you have more number of, if you know more number of languages, it will be advantageous. And certainly you have to put some tick. Suppose you are able to read or write and speak Hindi, so you must tick. If you can read Bengali and speak Bengali, but you cannot write Bengali, then in that way you can mention over there. Okay. In your CV, you must mention your hobbies or interests. Suppose reading books or watching movies or any other hobbies. If you have, you must mention it. But remember one thing, do not mention multiple numbers of hobbies. At least 2 to 3 hobbies, I think that is sufficient if you mention it in your CV. And finally, you have to mention some personal details like your father's name, mother's name, date of birth, your religion, nationality, marital status, and also you can mention your date of birth. You can mention your gender over there. If you have any reference, suppose any person who is very known to you, maybe your teacher, maybe your guide, who is referring you, you must mention their name, their designation over here, and you must mention their email IDs and phone number. And finally, which is very important part for any CV, that is the declaration part. You must mention the declaration part in your CV, that is, in that way you can write, or in other way also you can write that I hereby declare that the above mentioned information is correct up to my knowledge, and I bear the responsibility for the correction of the above mentioned particulars. And do not forget to put your signature over here, and you must mention the place and that specific date over there. In that way you can create your own CV. It's not a very big deal to create your own CV, but the importance of CV is enormous because you need to send your CV as a fresher to the interviewer, to the recruiter, and he will consider or he will shortlist you after observing your CV. At the end of this session, I would like to mention that the photographs is also very important in your CV. You must put a professional photograph with a very light background by wearing the tie. In that way, you must present yourself. Remember one thing, that the entire CV must be very concise and it should be suitable for your job description. And lastly, I can say that if you want to design this CV, you can download this format from the description box. Also, if you are still unable to prepare your CV, there is one link where you can submit all the details with a very nominal charge. You'll get your CV within few hours. Thank you very much for observing this video, and I hope that all of you can design your own CV. Again, I'm repeating, this is not the ultimate design, but if you follow this design, I'm sure that you will be benefited. Thank you very much.